Good morning, all my dear students of class 5. As you all know that we have already finished all this 4 lessons from the syllabus, lesson 1, 2, 3 from your EVS book, and we are on the revision. We are doing revision of these lessons already. First lesson and the second lesson on the move we have done, finished doing revision. The third lesson we have already finished the half portion, 50% of doing revision. Now we'll be doing the rest of it. So let us start. As you can see in the picture, the name of the title is, our topic is interdependence. In the last topic, we have done revision about different types of animals and food for plants. In food for plants, we have learned about photosynthesis and different elements which are required for the process of photosynthesis. Also, we have learned about different types of animals, where we have learned about parasitic not parasitic animals, parasitic plants. In plant section we have learned, and in different types of animals we have learned about carnivores, omnivores, herbivores, scavengers, decomposers. So today let us discuss about interdependence. Now what is interdependence? Interdependence is all about, like, all the living things are dependent on each other. So let us go through the paragraph, we will understand. In the paragraph it is written that in interdependence is the dependence of two or more living organisms on each other. Plants and animals depend on each other for various needs. Plants depend on animals for carbon dioxide. Insects such as bees and birds help in seed dispersal and earthworm, help to make the soil fertile for plant growth. Animals and human beings depend on plants for food and oxygen. Some animals depend on plants for shelter. Human beings also depend on plants for other needs such as clothes and medicines. Plants are sources of non-renewable resources such as coal, petroleum, and wood. So, what is written here, that interdependence is the dependence of two or more living organisms on each other. So, interdependence is all about dependence of two or more living organisms on each other. Plants and animals depend on each other for various needs, and plants and animals are dependent on each other for various needs, such as plants depends on animals for carbon dioxide. As we all know, plants used to intake carbon dioxide, which they get from animals. Insects such as bees and birds help in seed dispersal, and insects such as bees and other birds helps in seed dispersal, and earthworm helps to make the soil fertile for plant growth. Animals and human beings depend on plant for food and oxygen. So animals and human beings, we people, totally depends on food for uh, on plants for food and oxygen. Some animals depend on plants for shelter as well, such as bird, monkey. Human beings also depend on plants for others needs such as cloths, medicines. Plants are many medicinal plants are there, such as tulsi, and many more, neem. So uncountable plants were there from which we used to extract medicine. Plants are sources of non-renewable resources such as coal, petroleum, and wood. Whatever, such as coal, petroleum, which we are using as fuel in our vehicle, we get indirectly from plant, as well as wood. In the next topic, it is all about food chain. So, what is food chain? A food chain is the chain formed when plants are eaten by animals and then these animals are eaten by other animals. Food chain shows how energy is passed from the sun to producer, from producer to consumer, and from consumer to decomposer. Plants are eaten by herbivores, which in turn are eaten by carnivores. Let us study the following food chains to understand this better. So, what is written here, that food chain. So, what is food chain? A food chain is the chain formed when plants are eaten by other animals. We all know that herbivores used to eat plants, so plants are eaten by the herbivores, and then these herbivores are eaten by other carnivores. So this is known as food chain. So this is how the carnivores depend on the plants. Food chain shows how energy is passed down from sun to producer, from producer to consumer, and from consumer to decomposer. So food chain is the method which shows how energy is transformed from sun. Now from where the sun comes here, because we all know that during photosynthesis for preparing food, plants use the energy from sun. So that's why the energy from sun passes to plant, then it passes to herbivores, then it passes to carnivores. Then when carnivores die, then it passes to decomposers as well. So today in this class we have done revision of food chain and interdependence. In the next class I will be explaining you about the food chain properly and food web as well. Till then, thank you.